Welcome to Chris Veve Journey. Today we look at the new Oddkey drop, the DCNFT comic drop from today, and Veve's Marvel comic drop from today. So there's two drops from today, but first we start with the Oddkey drop that is happening on the 25th, and this is looking juicy, so we take a good look at it. Let's go. Alright, here we are on the wrong page. Okay, so this is the one I was looking for. Yep. Yeah, this is the Oddkey drop. The J. Scott Campbell cover from Spawn 300. That was a variant by J. Scott Campbell. We get an animated edition of the cover art. That looks already great. It's not the full animation we see here. We don't have sound on it. So that's super interesting. We see the rarity, so there will be 666 in total, and from these 666, 66 will be special, and we have a good overview of that. So the general supply, 600 pieces, will be the originals, and you can see a multiplier here like the 0.2x, 1.7x, 3x, and that multiplier is when you stake this NFT, how much OCT, the Oddkey community token, do you generate daily? And these multipliers go higher up with rarity, which makes a lot of sense. And with that token, you can actually go and buy different NFTs on the Oddkey Cafe website. This is super fun. It's super fun to generate these OCTs. It's super fun to get OCT while participating in all the community events. And I mean, it's just great. It's a great thing. I totally enjoy it. All the Oddkey NFTs generate OCT in different with different multipliers, so that's super interesting. Now, sorry, I lost my voice there for a bit. So let's look at the supply. So 600 are the regular ones, the animated cover art, which looks dope. The next one is there's a supply of 56 signed ones. That is 28 J. Scott Campbell variants that are signed. No, 28 pieces signed by J. Scott Campbell. I'm sorry. And there's 28 signed by Todd McFarlane. That's a total of 56 signed pieces. They will give a 1.7x multiplier. And these signatures are, like always with Oddkey, unique signatures. None of these signatures look the same. So this is not 28 with the same J. Scott Campbell signature and 28 with the same Todd McFarlane signature. That is 28 times Todd McFarlane did sign differently and 28 times J. Scott Campbell did sign differently. It's practically all of them are one of ones. But since it's in the same range, it's minted in the metadata that it's the 1.7 multiplier with the supply of 56. So that's why they say it's 56. But practically one of ones. 5 pieces will have a Todd McFarlane and J. Scott Campbell signature, also unique to these pieces. That is awesome. That is really awesome, and I give you a 3 times multiplier. And then you have a supply of 4 pieces. Now that's the juicy part. 4 pieces will have a signature and sketch. 2 by Todd McFarlane and 2 from J. Scott Campbell. If you get one of those, you're super freaking lucky, and I hate you already, but that is super great. It also gives you a 4 times multiplier on the OCT staking, but yeah, I mean, having sketches to me, these are the holy grails on those pieces. I have 2 of the other covers that were animated, and both of them are signed, and I'm super lucky that I got signed ones. I'm super happy and lucky about it. But getting a signed sketched one, that's way different. That's way different. That's holy grail level. And yeah, you have 4 pieces that are sketched. 2 by McFarlane, 2 by Campbell. Both of them would be great. I would prefer McFarlane sketch, I'll be honest. I like Todd McFarlane a little bit more than J. Scott Campbell. But getting a J. Scott Campbell sketch would still be super duper awesome. Especially since there's not that many around as from Todd McFarlane at this point. So that's interesting. And 1 piece will be a 1 of 1, gets a 5 times multiplier, and will be signed and sketched by both Todd McFarlane and J. Scott Campbell. This is the thing. And look, this is the super interesting part. If I get it, I'm pretty sure I could sell it for a lot of money even right now when crypto is down. But if I would be the lucky one who gets this, it's gone. It's gone. It's away. Don't ask me if you can buy it. No! I'll keep that piece. That would be so special. I would never give it away. And that's interesting with Oddkey, that a lot of people there, I would even say the majority of people there, I actually like this. They won't sell because it's too great. They're big fans. And this is really special. That's why it's my favorite place to be. Yeah, I'll be honest. I guess I will just get an original. I will try to maybe mint a few pieces. But I was already lucky with the other ones. I got 2 pieces signed. The only one I didn't get a signed one was from the Steve Aoki drop, which honestly wasn't too bad for me. I'm not a big Aoki fan. I respect the guy and it's cool. And the Greg Hildebrand signature would have been cool. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a signed one here or have the signed ones I already have. So I already was lucky. I'm not having my hopes up here, but would be cool. I'm not lying. It would be cool. And the sketched one is gone, I tell you. The sketched one, you can just say this is like burned. It's gone forever. So, yeah, this is the date. November 25th is when this drop will be happening. The pre-sale will start at 10 AM PST and the public sale at 3 PM PST, or right after the pre-sale has sold out, because 222 pieces are pre-sale pieces. You will need to have a record breaker NFT. That was the first one released on Oddkey. If you have that, you are eligible for the pre-sale. I'm lucky, I got that one. And you can buy this for 1 SOL, which is like 15 bucks now, max. And if you don't have it, you can go for the public sale. There's 444 pieces left for the public sale, and that will be 1.5 SOL. So that's still not that much. But you can see, great. And I'm totally surprised that Todd McFarlane, he's not raising the price. Even Solana broke down so much, he just stays true to his word. That's what it always was, 1 SOL and 1.5 SOL for the public. And he just sticks with it. Like, that is trust in your community, trust in the token, whatever. That is just dope. That's just what I like about this guy. And it's not even a money thing. It's just he's true to his word. That is different. And I would have been totally fine if he would have had raised the price. I guess I even in chat I told them, like, totally acceptable to raise the price. It's way too cheap now. But no, he stays with it. That's crazy. That is just crazy. So yeah, that's all about Oddkey. Like, I will participate. If you want to participate, great. If you're a fan, even greater. But that's it. So let's talk about the DCNFT drop. So that's the Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo #1 issue from Marc Silvestri. Interesting. So this issue was released this month. So this is super new. There are no prices with the CGC 9.8 or whatever, because grading takes longer than we had. That's interesting. So we have a common that has the regular cover. Then we have an uncommon with Kyle Hod's cover, which is weird because that's the 1 in 25. But it's not the real 1 in 25 because this is partly black and white. It doesn't exist this way in the real world. So you could make a... you could say, okay, so this is special because this is unique to the digital one. I just don't like this reducing of color on the piece. I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, it's a unique piece. Then you have the Greg Capullo rare one. Greg Capullo, Jonathan Glapion, and Dave McCaig. That's the regular variant. This is funny. Todd McFarlane wanted to have a Greg Capullo cover from Spawn 300 on Oddkey, and Greg Capullo wasn't having it. He didn't want to be associated with NFTs and said no. And this is like 4, maybe 6 weeks ago, I guess, if I remember correctly. And I think he lost some fans when he went this way and told everyone, yeah, I don't do that. I think NFTs are stupid. That were his words. And I mean, I'm a big Greg Capullo fan. I'm still a big Greg Capullo fan, but I felt a bit offended by it. I'm not gonna lie, that was weird. And yeah, it's just funny that now, just a few weeks later, DC just releases an NFT of his work, and they don't give a damn. Like, they own this shit. That's the thing. They own you. That's DC Comics. They own you. They don't have to ask you. And they just do it. They don't care. So that is funny. I'd say. Kinda. And then we have the epic one. That's also Greg Capullo, Jonathan Gleppier, and Dave McCaig variant. That was also very dope. I mean, both artworks are great. Really great. And the legendary is the Marc Silvestri original cover as the pencil variant, but it goes over from the original cover to the black and white cover, or vice versa. And that's interesting. There is a pencil variant on the physical piece, but that is all pencil variant. And as far as I understand it, those are all signed actually. They go for around 200 bucks. But there's no such thing as a half black and white one. So that's also special again. I think what DC is trying to do here is to create extra value by giving you something that doesn't exist in the real world. Just like they added the books so that they have this used look. It's just adding something that you have something that is actually unique instead of just using the images saved on the reading service. Which I have to say, I like it. I think it's great. I mean, I don't like this half black and white uncommon here. I do like the Marc Silvestri legendary one, but this will be super hard to get. And I never got anything more than rare on DC. I don't know, I'm cursed on DC. It's just common, uncommon, rare for me. But whatever, we'll see. All in all, this is not an expensive book. Like, you can still buy it at cover price. It's not even old enough that it could become less worth. It's still so new that it's just running for cover price usually. So, and none of these covers is really special. There was a 1 in 100 Jorge Fornes variant. We don't have that here. That is sad. And there was a 1 in 50 Harley Quinn variant by Marc Silvestri. That is also not here. In my opinion, that would have been better uncommons and legendaries. But it is what it is. I mean, instead they offer some stuff. I personally, the rare and the epic are for me the big ones, because that's the Greg Capullo ones. And yeah, they look the best to me. Yeah, that's it. Also, they had some notes why this issue is special. And yeah, I'm not sure. This is like trying to gain interest, to create interest in this piece. Because I don't think it's so special. Like they say, it's the first ever Batman story by legendary comic creator Marc Silvestri. True. And the first series for him at DC Comics. True. Doesn't matter that much. I don't think so. You see some vampire drones and the redesigned Batmobile. True. But you see really a lot of Batmobiles over the years. Like, it's not like super special. It's a Black Label series, so it has a darker tone. I mean, that is just describing what a Black Label title is. And then Batman and the Joker team up, Batman and the Joker team up. So they say like this is special. It's cool, but it's not even like... I mean, this was happening pretty frequently in the last few years. On the top of my head, I know at least 2 stories where Batman and the Joker team up already. So... yeah, that was a little bit weird to me, in my opinion. And they changed the queue also. And I don't think I totally understand how this works, because as it was, you got into the queue and you were definitely going into the queue because they had too much action on the website. And you just had to make sure that you enter the queue at the time that would send you out that in a 20-minute window you would be able to be there at the time of the start of the sale. If you had that, you were good. You were easy to get it. Even if you came in back like 5 minutes later, you would still have a chance to get it. Now, people didn't really like it, but I guess it's because they didn't understand how it worked. I understood it from the first time. So I got every drop because it was easy to me. However, even explaining to people how it works, it didn't work for them for whatever reason, so they changed it. Now, 1 hour before the sale starts, you will definitely get into your queue, and it doesn't matter if you get there 5 minutes early or 1 hour early, you will just get into the queue and get assigned a random number. So it's a random thing if you will get a comic book or not. The only thing what I find different is, or what I don't understand is, this drop has a pre-sale. So there's 8,000 pieces in total. 7,150 will go to the public sale, 800 pieces, like 10%, are reserved for early access for bet call holders. I don't know how this works. There doesn't seem to be a pre-sale, because it seems like it just starts Thursday at 9 AM PT for everyone. So I don't know how the pre-sale works at this point. So that doesn't match up with the queue. So because they say it makes no sense to get into the queue for the pre-sale if you don't own the NFT, the bet cowl, yeah, weird. So I would suggest get in 1 hour early, or like 30 minutes early, 15 minutes early, whatever. Get into the queue, see what happens, and yeah, try to find out if you're in the queue for the pre-sale or for the regular sale. Maybe they will change something up, give us an info about the queue, which one is pre-sale or whatever. I don't know. If you get something in the pre-sale, you can't buy another one in the public sale. You are limited to 1 piece, whatever. You can't also not sell it on the marketplace before the public sale starts. So there's no benefit aside from you just getting one also. Yes, so that's basically it. How to buy, it's pretty much the same like before. There will be like a purchase or a buy comic, or you just go into collections, because if you're in there, if you come out of the queue, then you have 20 minutes. In those 20 minutes you basically can refresh the page and click everything and do whatever you want. You shouldn't be kicked back into the queue. I'm pretty sure some people will experience this, that they will be kicked back into the queue for whatever reason, because technique, I don't know. But yeah, that will be just hiccups. Regularly you have time, 20 minutes to do your sale, to buy this comic, and as soon as you have clicked the buy comic button, then you have 5 minutes to complete that action, and you will need to pay with either a balance you already have there or with credit card. So that's for the Batman drop on DC. Let's go to the Veve drop. Yeah, the Veve drop is Daredevil 102, happening today at 8 AM PT. So this is a super limited drop again, because they can't sell out anything else. So that's 10,000 pieces. It's a book from 1973, cover price $6.99, and this is a weak book. I don't know. So this is the first time legendary writer Chris Claremont has written for Marvel. Yeah, it's not that special. The only reason this book is kinda expensive is because it's from 1973, and the regular book you can get it like 10-15 bucks. Easy, ungraded, 10-15 bucks. Graded, if you buy this book graded, you need to have a 9.2, 9.4 or whatever, or higher. You need something like this, so the grading makes sense. If you grade it below that, the grading is more expensive than the book. Makes no sense, right? So nobody wants it. So the uncommon, super boring. The secret rare, just an image from inside the book, boring. And the Ron Lim is the exclusive. It's just a recreation of the original cover. That is lazy. We had that a few times now. I think it's lazy. I'm really no longer surprised by all the variants, and it's also Ron Lim again. It feels like you have like 5, maybe 10 artists on Veve that you can get variants of, especially the exclusives, and that's it. Like they have so many artists. I'm totally surprised we always get the same ones. Yeah, not great. Like I said, this is a cheap comic. Nothing special here. It's really not so great that it's just Chris Claremont's start. I mean, the original cover, I'll be honest, it looks dope. It is a cool cover. But aside from that, I don't know. There's no reason for me. I'm not participating in it. I don't need it. I really don't. Even for cheap. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know in the comments, are you going to go for any of the drops? Are you going for any of the comic drops? Are you going for the Oddkey drop? If you go for the Oddkey drop, let me know, are you a fan? Are you going for the Oddkey drop because you love the piece? Or are you going for the Oddkey drop because you think that's the next thing where you might make some money? That would be interesting to me. And if you go for Veve or DC, let me also know. I wish you luck if you do. All of you, have good luck. And yeah, See you for the next video. Bye bye.